Hi boys and girls, welcome to Everyday Math Lesson 6.1, addition of 3 or more numbers. The materials that you'll need today, notebook paper, pencil, math journal, and your template. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is go over our math boxes from the previous lesson. So if you can open up your math journal to page 129. If you're noticing that you have any mistakes, please fix those with your pencil and eraser. For question number 1, count by 1,000. So you should have had 3,600, 4,600, 5,600, 6,600, 7,600, 8,600, and 9,600. For question 2, write less than, greater than, or equal to. So we know that 4 dimes would be less than 50 cents because 4 dimes would just be 40 cents. 3/4 is equal to 75 cents, and $1 is less than 11 dimes because it would take 10 dimes to be the same as $1. So 11 dimes would be $1.10. For question number 3, here's the number of children that like soccer, basketball, and football. How many more children like basketball than soccer? So I can see that basketball is 2 children further over than soccer. So 2 children would be my answer. For question number 4, solve. So we know that 18 minus 9 equals 9. So then 180 minus 90 would equal 90. 1,800 minus 900 equals 900. And the unit that I chose today were bells. For question 5, spend 68 cents, pay with $1. How much change? So to go from 68 to 70, I would add 2 cents. And then to go from 70 to $1, I would add 30 cents. 30 plus 2 is equal to 32 cents. And for our last question, number 6, share 19 cents equally among 5 children. How many cents does each child get? I know that each child would get 3 cents because I'm counting by 5, 5, 10, 15. But if I did one more, that would be 20, which would be too much. So if I'm at 15 cents, I know that I have 4 cents left over. So choice C for my last problem. So if you can double check to make sure that you have this page correct and fix any of your mistakes before moving on. For the next slide, we'll use either notebook paper or whiteboard and marker if available. If the speed is ever too fast, please pause as often as needed. So in today's question, Jenna has 13 pencils, Ashley has 6 pencils, Mia has 7 pencils. How many pencils do they have in all? So we're going to talk about a few different strategies for solving this problem. The first thing we're going to think about, it doesn't matter which order you add the numbers. Would it be easiest if we added them in a certain way? So I'm going to show you 3 different options. And I want you to think about which one you think would be the easiest. So the first option I could do is I could add 13 plus 6, which equals 19, and then add 19 plus 7 to get my answer of 26. Another option I could do is I could do 13 plus 7, which equals 20, and then 20 plus 6 equals 26. And then the third option that I could do is I could do 6 plus 7, which equals 13, and then add another 13 to get me to 26. So now I want you to pay attention to which of these would be the easiest. Can you solve? So if I have 14, 5, and 6 on your board, can you write down which would be the easiest way to solve? And then press play to check. All right, second graders. So what I thought would be the easiest is if I first solved 14 plus 6. I know that 14 plus 6 would get me to 20, and I always want to look for an even 10 or a number that's going to end in a 0. And then if I add 5 more, I would get to 25. Let's try another one. What about if you have 7 plus 25 plus 25? Can you write down which way would be easiest to solve? Press pause and then play the check. All right, so for this one, if I solve 25 plus 25 first, I'm looking for a double fact. I know 25 plus 25 is 50, and then 50 plus 7 equals 57. We'll try one more like this. What about if I had 7 plus 6 plus 11? Can you write down how you would solve that and then press play to check? So for this one, there is no easiest way. So you could kind of decide which order you wanted to solve. So if I did 7 plus 6 first, and I know that 7 plus 6 is 13, and then if I add my 11 to that, I would get 24. We will work more on adding three numbers in future lessons. But the next thing that we'll do is open up our math journal, and we're going to first look at page 132. So 132 looks like this, where you're going to make a ballpark estimate and write a number model for your estimate and then actually solve and think about if your estimate was close to your actual answer. So why don't we do just number one right away together so that you know what to do on this page. So if I look at number one and I have 29 plus 7, I'm going to round 29 to 30 because that's the closest 10. Then I'm going to round 7 to 10. Now I know that 30 plus 10 equals 40. Now I also want to solve for the exact answer. So for this one, if I'm at 29 plus 7, well, I know that 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. 20 plus 16 would bring me to 36, giving me my answer of 36. When you're solving the exact answer, you can do that whichever way works best for you. So if that, how I talked about it works for you, or you can stack them, you could also write it out. You could write 9 plus 7 equals 16 and add 20 to that. So why don't you press pause, solve this page, and then press play when you're ready to check. All right, second graders, if I'm about to reveal an answer that you haven't yet solved, please press pause as often as needed. So we know that 87 would round to 90, 9 is going to round to 10, 90 plus 10 is equal to 100. Now, if I'm solving, so if I know 87 plus 10 would bring me to 97, but I just need to take away 1. So 97 minus 1 is 96 for my answer. For number 3, 37 would round to 40. 42 is also going to round to 40. 40 plus 40 equals 80. Now for this one, I know that 30 plus 40 equals 70, and I know that 7 plus 2 equals 9. So 70 plus 9 equals 79. Notice how all of my answers were very close to my ballpark estimate. Now let's take a look at number 4. 27 is going to round to 30. 13 is going to round to 10. 30 plus 10 equals 40. Now for this one, I chose to stack them. So if I'm solving 7 plus 3, I know that that would be 10. So I'm going to carry a 1. I'm going to put that right above my 2. And then I can solve, so I have my 0 below. And I know that 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, giving me my exact answer of 40. Let's try another one like that. So if I have 38 plus 46, I'm going to round 38 to 40. I'm going to round 46 to 50. 40 plus 50 equals 90. And then for solving, so I know that 8 plus 6 equals 14. I'm going to carry my 1. I'm going to put my 4 below. And then 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 4 more is 8, giving me my total of 84. And we'll try one last problem. 42 plus 28. I know 42 would round to 40. 28 is going to round to 30. 40 plus 30 equals 70. And then we know that 2 plus 8 is 10. So again, I'm going to carry my 1. And I'll put my 0 below. And 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 more is 7, giving me my answer of 70, which was actually the same thing as my ballpark estimate. So why don't you double check to make sure you have this page correct before moving on to math boxes. So math boxes is page 133. I'm going to talk about the questions and then I'm going to ask that you complete the page on your own. When you're all done, take a picture and add it to Seesaw, and we will go over this page in our next video. So question 1, which is least likely to happen? Choose the best answer. So listen to the choices. A dog will have puppies today. You will go to sleep tonight. Chocolate milk will come out of the water fountain. Someone will read you a book. So think about which one is the least likely to happen. For question 2, how long is the line segment? Measure it to the nearest centimeter. For question 3, Arlie harvested 12 bushels of corn and 19 bushels of tomatoes. How many bushels in all? Fill out your total part and write a number model. How many dots do you see in this array? Put these numbers in order from least to greatest and then circle the middle number, which we are going to call the median. And then for question 6, if you want to use a calculator, you can, or you can just use your brain, but you're starting at 92 and you're counting by fives. All right, I will see you next time.